G'day, Matt from Embrace the Chaos. Topic of the day is Christmas. Our family gives experiences instead of gifts. We have 4 children, so each child basically gets an experience, and that could be a fun park or a jump and climb kind of thing, museum, zoos, whatever it is. Obviously choosing a different one all the time is the way to do it. So this started from clutter. Trying to be a bit minimalistic around the house, trying to have less junk lying around, less stuff going to the tip, less plastic, and less sending everyone's money overseas buying cheap plastic junk. So this year, for example, all the kids have chosen what they would like to do. We've given them all different options. It also keeps the money local. So all the money we're spending on their experiences is going to local businesses, which is really important. The experience itself is more important than where the money's going, that kind of thing. So we do give them a couple of gifts. I'm not saying we just cut off the gift supply. Usually they're also things they need, like this year it could be a laptop that was broken or something like that. So yeah, the basic topic is giving experiences instead of gifts. So why give experiences and not more plastic junk? Reading around, doing all different kind of self-interest reading, trying to find happiness, it's what everyone wants. And there's even studies on it. I'm not going to cite the study, that kind of thing. It's pretty long and tedious. But at the end of the day, there's been enough research done on material possession over experience. And at the end of the day, experience wins. The 5 seconds when you unwrap a Christmas present and wow, that was just what I wanted, quickly fades away. When an experience, especially with a family or people you love, friends, whatever, it's in your memory forever. It's stored forever. We also have a thing I might go into a little bit later in a bit more detail, of putting a photo book. So when you go and do these experiences, say, with our 4 kids, if one of them goes to jump and climb, take some video, take some photo there. The next one might be going to the zoo, take some video, take some photo, that kind of thing. And then you compile all these memories and experiences in a photo book. Now, it's great for a few reasons. It can be handed down to the kids as they get older and they'll remember the experiences that they might not recollect because they were too young. So they can actually see you did do things with them. You didn't just hide them in a dungeon and be mean to them. So a photo book can also be shared with relatives. So it can actually be like next year's Christmas present for relatives, friends, and that kind of thing. So there's so many things you can do with experiences compared to stuff. Taking pictures of stuff is pretty boring. So that's sort of an idea where we go with memories and also future gift giving. Now, experiences themselves, the importance to kids is obviously very high, but it's also adults. Like, it's important as mum and dad to get the most out of every day we can with our kids. They grow up so quickly. Ours are kind of 12 down to 5, and that time's just flying by. And we're in a position of being lucky enough to homeschool our kids and spend a lot of time with our kids. It was a decision we made very early on in the piece, before our first one was even born, that we were going to do everything differently so we could spend as much time as possible as a family. Of course, you've got to work and make money and that kind of thing, of course, that's all a part of it. But why not turn it around into having more fun and more time with your family than not? Because it can be done. So I don't want to ramble off there too much, but it's really important for kind of a healthy mind and development in children to have experiences. So again, this Christmas we'll be doing the experiences, and not all done on Christmas. Being we homeschool and that kind of thing, we tend to try to get away when everyone else has gone back to work and school and that kind of thing. And we span the experiences out during the year. So where possible, we'll go buy gift vouchers so they can tangibly open a card and see what the gift is. If that's not possible, then we'll take photos, that kind of thing, and print out what they're going to be doing. And the ultimate bonus is that having 4 kids, each kid doesn't just get the experience by themselves, the whole family's there. So we all experience each experience. Which is great. So the kids get 6 experiences. Mum and dad have one as well. For example, my one this year is going to the Greyhounds on New Year's Eve. Now, it sounds pretty lame, but that is a dad experience. It's free, which is super cool because I'm a tight ass. So it's a free experience to get into. They put on lots of different stuff for the kids. Well, we live in Sale, Victoria. So they also have fireworks. So that makes everyone happy. So our first experience will be New Year's Eve, and it's the dad one. The mum one, we want to hire a boat and spend some time on the water and do some fishing and that kind of thing. We don't have a boat anymore, so I like to get out on a boat, have a fish whenever you can. So that'll be the mum experiences. I'm not going to talk about the kids ones because they might see this video before the day, and that kind of wrecks some of the hype and the excitement of it. The idea of sharing the experiences, especially with family, is obviously bonding. Like, bonding is a massive thing. It's the more you do it, the better everyone is, you know, and it's just how it works. It's a happy family kind of environment. Also find you get fewer behavioural problems. You know, you can speak to anyone who has a couple of kids. You're going to have some issues here and there with each kid for different reasons or whatever. But having experiences, just the bonding creates basically better children. That's how it works. It gives them a sense of identity too, because each child having their own different experience means that that was their day, and everyone kind of lets them be a diva on that day. So there is identity. The four kids aren't just lumped into one activity and we all do one thing, and that's, you know, each child has their own thing.